Why this beat so
See, I really
crazy?
been out on the mission to keep out his paper. We had to still come in and flip it. Started out robbing Batman with the geeches. When that shit didn't work, talk to pop about the chicken. All of them talking my bad ass, still ain't listen, was living. But taught me the ways of that kitchen. Don't need me a pot, I can microwave with it. I bang the high seat just like a Christian. Went from
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What Are the Odds podcast. It's your host JMX. Here with my other host Ryan. Today we're gonna get into these NBA awards predictions. So, hey man, basketball season is here, but it's preseason right now. But the real season is coming soon. But before we get into it, Ryan, man, how you doing?
Man, I'm chilling. I can't lie. I was looking at a couple games I want to go to this year. I'm near DC, and I want to go see Wemby play. I think they play in January. I think it's January 1st, I think. Or like January 30th. Or it's sometime in January. And then they play it again in February. I was looking at tickets for that. And then I was looking at tickets for the Lakers game. But they're like $200. It's like, bro. But yeah, anyway, besides that, I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Back making content and stuff. It feels good, man. It feels really good. But yeah, I mean, I'm doing good. Broncos looking like, I'm looking at our schedule. I do want to say prayers to Derek Carr, but looking like we got a real chance starting off 5-2. We can get this win this week, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, let's get into it. So what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna go backwards a little bit. So we're gonna save MVP for last. But to start off, we're gonna start off with Coach of the Year. So for me, I'm gonna kind of just do like a repeat of last year. Honestly, I think it's gonna be Mark Daigneault for OKC. I think them getting better. My Coach of the Year, I'm gonna go repeat last year. OKC's coach Mark Daigneault. I think OKC they got better, and adding Caruso, adding Hardenstein, and keeping in the same core with Isaiah Joe and I can't remember the other guy's name that they brought back for the life of me. I have no clue who he is, but I know they brought him back along with Isaiah Joe. But yeah, I just honestly I see OKC probably being a 1 seed again. I think getting Caruso now you have more space and you have better defense. Getting Hardenstein, Chet can kind of space the floor a little bit better. Yeah, I think was it Case and Wallace they brought back? Yeah. I think it was Case and Isaiah Joe they brought back. But yeah, those are I don't know. I can't remember if it was Case or Aaron Wiggins. It was one of those guys. But all in all, I really like their team still. I think Chet being at the 4 is going to be huge because right now they have ultimate spacing. They got the ultimate combo guard, and defensively, man, they're gonna be scary because with Caruso and Lou Dort coming in the clutch time, hey, bro, that's gonna be dangerous. But I could really see OKC being like a 60-win team. We being completely honest with you, if they can stay healthy, they can be a 60-win team, and we all know whoever gets the number 1 seed in the West likely gets Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I got Chris Finch from the Timberwolves. I basically relatively the same reasons as you. I think the Timberwolves are going to get the number 1 seed. I just have a I like Dante on the team. I'm not a big Julius Randle fan, but like we were saying in the last NBA episode, I kind of think they're going to flip him. And I don't know. I just think this team is going to just go off, and I really think they're going to have the number 1 seed. But and kind of like you said, whoever gets the number 1 seed is going to most likely get Coach of the Year. I also just want to pick someone that's not as high up. He's the 7th coach in odds, so it's like pretty cool to see him win it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really interesting to kind of see what how Minnesota's gonna look. Because I know right now they're going full in on Ant, which is it's a good thing, but I want to see how that kind of looks because now he's the sole guy now, so he's gonna get most of the shots. He's gonna probably get almost all of the shots. Everybody else is gonna be spot up. The only other guy that can really win one-on-one is Randall, but I do like their bench. I like the depth that they have. So we're gonna see. I think they're gonna have the best bench in the league with Dillingham, Dante DiVincenzo, Alexander Walker, Naz Reid. I don't know if they're gonna play Ingles, but Ingles is on the bench as well. Terrence Shannon. They got guys on guys, man. So in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if they get it. But Anthony Edwards he's gonna have to have. If they get the 1 seed, he's probably gonna be the MVP. But going on to the next award, which I think is kind of pointless a little bit, but I still think it's a cool award. Clutch Player of the Year. I went with Jalen Brunson. I feel like last year DeRozan should have got it over Steph feel like DeRozan was insane in the clutch last year, but I'm going Brunson. I think that this is going to be a year for the Knicks where he's going to be relied on a lot more in the clutch, especially getting rid of DiVincenzo. Um, but all in all, I just don't trust Cat in the clutch, man. I don't. And I think they're going to be really more relying on Brunson, kind of similar to what they were last year, but even more now because he's going to be the sole guy that can just I don't know, man. I just see Brunson really going off in the clutch this year. I feel like they're going to be in a lot of closer games because the defense interiorly for the most part of the season isn't going to be up to par. So you're going to see them in a lot of really tough games, and I think Brunson is going to just do what Jalen Brunson does.
Yeah, I mean, I completely forgot about this award until you even mentioned it before we started doing the pod. So I'm just picking someone. I guess for the same reasons as why I got Finch winning Coach of the Year, I might just go Ant. Again, this is the award that I got no idea how to even measure or judge. It's like I can go with Steph, I can go with Shea, Luka, Ant, Brunson, Lillard, whoever really. But I'm just gonna go with Ant. I like him. I think he's cool, and I think like kind of like you said a little bit earlier. I think they're gonna rely on him heavily, especially to close games, and yeah, I'm a roll with Ant.
Okay. I see you got a little Timberwolves role going on here. I don't know what you're trying to say by that, but okay. Sixth man of the year. For me, I'm sticking with the Minnesota. I'm going Nas Reed. I think he's gonna have an advanced role, more minutes. I mean, he's already been the established six man on the team, but I think especially with Cat gone out, he's gonna see more minutes. Kind of basically be a starter a little bit, but he's still gonna come off the bench, but he's gonna get probably starter minutes. Yeah, I mean, he's won this award before. He averaged 11 last year, I think. Yeah, he only see how many minutes. In the playoffs, he averaged 23 minutes. But I mean, he usually gets around like that 20-minute mark. I expect this to probably up at least 3 to 5 minutes, 3 to 5 more minutes for him. So I think we could see a season with him averaging closer to 15, 16 a game, get him a couple more rebounds, and I think the percentages will stay the same.
This is my last Timberwolves player I'm picking, and then I'm done picking Timberwolves. I'm gonna go with Dante.
Oh wow, you went another guy. Okay.
I'm gonna roll with Dante. I think just from seeing what he was doing with the Knicks, and now he's gonna be coming off the bench for a team that I think is gonna be very very good. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with him. I was thinking about going with Nas, but I don't know. I think Dante would be a cool one to pick.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think this minute, like I mean, we just talked about it. This Minnesota bench is really deep, so I wouldn't be surprised if somebody on this team is going to win this award. But going on a most improved player. Now, this one was, I think, me and you both toughest ones to pick. Me, I kind of went. I don't know. This is I ain't gonna lie, a lot is riding on this one for me, but I don't know. I'm really kind of shaky on this player just a little bit, but I just went ahead and went with him. I think he could have a really big year. Jalen Green. Now, thing with Jalen is his main thing that for him this season is to just kind of show what he did toward the end of last year for a whole season, just being consistent, being that guy who can get into the 30s and the 40s, just a high volume scorer. Efficient. Like, I mean, the Rockets have probably one of the deepest teams in the league. I mean, Fred, Jalen, Dylan Brooks, Jabari, Shingun, Amen, Reed Shepard, Cam Whitmore, Tari Eason, Steven Adams. I mean, they have a really solid rotation with even solid guys after those. But I mean, yeah, I think Jalen Green, this is the year he has to establish himself as the guy where I think the Rockets are going to move on. If he has the same season like he had last year, kind of where he was very inefficient, kind of inconsistent at times, I think the Rockets are just gonna move on from him. But I don't know, man. I just have that gut feeling that this is the year. I mean, he's had a really good offseason. He's been kind of embracing that leadership role. And I could see him kind of take that jump. I think because I think he's gonna be hella confident going into this year, man. So I'm gonna go Jalen Green.
I almost want Jalen Green, especially the way they ended the season last year. I feel like he's gonna come out and just go on a tear. We were talking about it before. You can go with Wemby. He the odds-on favorite, but it's like, how do you really judge and
Yeah.
he was already a star last year. It's like, what other step could he really take? You know?
Yeah, I mean, because statistically, the only thing he can necessarily improve on would be the points. I mean, he averaged 21, 10, and 4, and he averaged what? He averaged 3.5 through 3.5 blocks. So I mean, I don't think his rebounds may go up a tad bit, but I think overall, like the only thing that really can crazily improve is the points. So I mean, if they're just gonna talk about it from that aspect, then yeah, but I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, I think he will though, because he only averaged 30 minutes last year. I think he's gonna probably play between 33 to 34 this year. So we're gonna see. Is that your pick?
I'm looking at some of the winners from it in the last like decade or so. Paul George won it. Jimmy Butler won it. Giannis won it. Pascal won it. Brandon Ingram won it. Brandon Ingram won it. Ja won it. Tyrese won it. So it's not like it's just like random players, like random bench
Yeah,
role players. So like that's kind of makes me want to roll with Wemby, but it's like
yeah, because he's gonna be an all-star this year.
yeah,
I feel like a lot of his being held back last year was because he was a rookie. He had the minutes restriction early on in the season, and I feel like they didn't give him the All Star because he was a rookie. Same thing why he didn't get Defensive Player of the Year. So, I mean, it's not a bad pick. Like I feel like he can go average 26 this year, especially with Chris Paul and him playing more minutes. I think for sure because the minutes we saw any game he got the like at the end of the season when he was getting the hot 30 minutes and the even the 40-minute plus. I mean, he was putting up crazy numbers, man.
yeah. I don't know why Palo down here is calling my name as well, but I might just roll with Wemby to be honest with you. Go with the safe pick, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But
Mhm.
he's the safest pick on that I can really think of right now.
Yeah. Hey, and real quick, time out. Timestamp the part where you were muted.
Yeah, I am. I'm time stepping everything.
All right. Yeah, timestamp this one too, and then we good. All right. Yeah, moving on to the next award. Speaking about Wemby, the Defensive Player of the Year. I think we're both probably gonna have the same one. I'm going Wemby, man. He should have won it this year. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this award is gonna be his for the foreseeable future. He should have got it last year. They gave it to Rudy Gobert for the sole reason that Wemby was a rookie. Like, I remember people in the media saying that they don't want to give it to Wemby because he's a rookie and they know he's gonna dominate this award in the future, which I think is a complete load of bullshit. But yeah, man, I'm going Wemby, dog. I mean, stats speak for himself. He averaged a steal, 3.6 blocks. It might go to 4 this season with more minutes, to be completely honest with you. But just his presence on the court. I mean, guys aren't even going in the paint. Like, I mean, we saw all the times guys had 3-on-1 fast breaks and are shooting threes. Like, that's just insane. Like, they're not even trying to go in the paint, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I do expect the Spurs to be a little bit better defensive team than they were last year because we were terrible last year outside of Wemby. But yeah, man, I'm going Wemby pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Wemby as well. I think. I mean, exactly like you said. I thought he should have won it last year too. I thought my own biased, whatever. I thought Anthony Davis should have won it over Gobert. I thought he had a better defensive season than Gobert did last season. But
Yeah,
I
he
think
might be
I thought
fair.
Wemby should have won it for sure. But I'm a roll with Wemby. Kind of exactly like you said. I think this award is kind of his for the next 10 years on and off.
But
I think he'll get
yeah,
at
like
least
maybe
four,
10.
five, six of them.
Yeah, he's gonna win. They're gonna rename the like he can win this award for like the next 10, 12 years. And no one would even say anything about it. But yeah, moving on to rookie of the year. I don't know who you went with. I'm really interested to see yours, but I went with Reed. Reed Shepard for the Rockets. I don't know, man. Just seeing on what I saw in the summer league. I know it's a summer league, but seeing just kind of what his role is gonna be on the team. He's gonna be coming off the bench. Um, I mean, he can really shoot. I think he can shoot high 40s from three this year. I mean, this dude, like they're relating him to Steph. Now I'm not gonna go that far just yet. I have to see it. But I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna shoot some crazy high percentage numbers. Like he's gonna be like Dante on crack, and he can do more. Like he can do more with the ball in his hands. He can attack the rim. Like I mean, he had the highest vert in the draft, I think, for guards. Like I think that was one thing too. I was like, what the Reed? Like, and he's a pretty solid defender as well. I think he might work his way into the starting role in Houston, but it was out of him. It was out of him and Zach Edey for me just because I think they're going to have the most immediate impact for their teams right away. I know Zachary Richardson and Alex R. But I don't think they're gonna win this award, man. I think I'm going Reed. I just know Udoka's gonna find a way to make him a cheat code. I would not be surprised if he finds himself like starting at the 2 and then moving down Jalen to like the 3 or something like that, just to have Reed on the court. Or maybe hell, if he plays so well, he could probably take Fred's spot. I mean, because the way he's been looking, just in the offseason workouts and what I'm hearing and everything like that, he's on pace to be a crazy player in the league.
I almost went with ED as well. And then part of me was kind of low key like, I said I'm done picking Timberwolves, so I am. But I'm just saying, a little shout out to Rob Dillingham. Dude, the way he was balling, especially in the preseason and the summer league. I mean, the last preseason game they played against the Lakers, he had 21 points, on 25 minutes, which isn't like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty solid, But my pick is Sar. I just think he's gonna have more of an opportunity because he's gonna be a starter, and I just want to root for him. I want to root for
Yeah, I
him.
mean, I don't know, man. We gonna have to see. I'm just not a fan of Washington in general right now. I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do for his development. I mean, because I'm looking at the starting lineup right now. I mean, it's gonna be Poole, or I don't think Poole's gonna start. I mean, I think it's gonna probably. Well, I know Brogdon's hurt, but it's probably gonna be Brogdon, Bilal, Kyle Kuzma, Sar, and Valanciunas. I mean, we're gonna see how that goes, but I mean, I'm interested to see Sar. I just don't know, but yeah,
I just think he's gonna have the most opportunity, maybe besides Edie. Like
yeah, he's gonna get
he's
the
gonna be a
most
starter.
minutes out of I
So
think all the
that
rookies.
was kind of my thought process behind it. Is like, oh, if he's gonna be out there more, he's gonna probably put up a little bit more stats than someone coming off the bench. But also, he might not. If he sucks, he sucks.
Yeah, and I will say for Rob, it's such a bittersweet moment because I remember when I heard his name get called, I was so happy, and then we traded him. It was definitely one of those moments that was like, damn, like Rob was a Spur for a minute, man. He was, he's Spur legend. But yeah, it's bittersweet with Rob, bro. Like I know Rob's gonna be good. I understand why the Spurs traded him. They wanted that veteran. They wanted the true point guard kind of veteran presence. But and I will say, I almost went Stephon. What I'm seeing out of Stephon Castle, I really do like. I think he's gonna be like a project for him to turn into a true point guard in the league. I think we're gonna have to. It's gonna take some time, like maybe the DeJounte Murray type of development, where it may take some time for him to establish himself as a true PG. But I mean, he got everything else, man. From defense, the athleticism, the shooting's gonna come along. Like it's not bad, but it'll come along more consistently. But I'm really liking Castle. But yeah, and moving on, yeah, we already here. The final award MVP. I'm gonna actually let Ryan go first with his, and then I'm gonna get mine. So Ryan, go ahead and give me your MVP, man.
All right. I did a little bit of research before the pod,
You take mine, I swear.
and in the last 25 years, there's only been 2 MVPs to have won it that are below a third seed. Jokic won it in 2022 with a 6th seed, and Russ won it in 2017 with the 6th seed. Everyone else, like Jokic last year, was 2nd seed, Embiid 3rd seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Luka. I think he's due, and I just think he's due. Like, I really think it's his time, and he's gonna win it. I have really no explanation for it besides that.
Took mine, man. I should have went first. Yeah, yeah, man. I'm going Luca. I honestly felt like he should have won it last year. That's just me being honest. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. 34, 9, and 10 with 1.4 steals. Shot damn near 50% from the field and 38% from the three. He played in 70 games. He had a 73-point game. I mean, I feel like you can't do anything else to establish yourself as MVP. And I think Dallas was Dallas a 6 seed? I mean, they're probably gonna be maybe
Let me
around the
look.
same spot, maybe a little higher this year. But I'm not gonna lie, man. Luka Doncic, he like you said, he's due for one. I mean, this dude he's averaging 30, almost a 34-point triple double, while shooting 50 and damn near 50 and 40. Like if you want to round up his numbers, that's what he's averaging: a 34-point triple double while shooting 50 and 40 from the field. Those are his numbers rounded up. And I'm not gonna lie, he deserves it. I think this year their roster to me has gotten better. I know everyone doesn't really think so. I think with the additions of getting a guy like Najee Marshall, getting Clay, I think that those guys give you it's better defensively, and it's also more spacing on the court because Najee is a better shooter than Derrick Jones Jr. But I'm interested to see what their starting lineup is going to be. Right now, they got PJ at the 4. I don't know if they're gonna run with that. I would probably go Najee. I think Najee's a better defender than PJ and a better shooter. But I think overall, this is probably one of the best Dallas teams. I think that they got spacing. Also adding a guy like Quentin Grimes, Jaden Hardy is still in the mix. I mean, they got some shooters, man. Kleber's still there. Dante, I know I think Dante's hurt for a while, but Dante Exum. But yeah, and Dinwiddie's back in Dallas, which I'm really interested to see how that goes because the last time he was a Maverick boy, he was teed. So I mean, we gonna see how that goes. But I think this is Luka's year. I just think this is his year, man. I feel like they really hold him last year, and I think that going into this year, it's gonna be kind of riding off the playoffs, and they're gonna just give it to him because I mean he was the best player to me in the whole playoffs last year. So yeah, I'm going Luka, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of the easy-ish pick. I just can't see them giving Jokic his 4th MVP. I don't think
Yeah,
Embiid's going to stay healthy enough. I almost went with Giannis just to be a little bit, like, hopeful.
yeah,
And then I almost went with Steph, but I just don't think Steph is going to be,
nah,
like, I don't think the team is going to be, I don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs, but that's a whole
yeah,
different conversation. But
yeah.
um, I do got a couple questions for you.
Wait,
Um,
hold on, real quick before you get into that.
mhm.
I'm gonna tell you the guy I almost went with was Shea. I think Shea is very interesting. I think if it's not Luca, I think it's 100% going to be Shea. Like I said, I could see OKC winning 60 games. I mean, this guy's been first team All NBA. He's kind of due for one too. We being completely honest, he is kind of due for one too. Last year, he had the really good year. I think it was 30. He averaged 30, 5 and 6. And he shot incredible. I mean, he shot, what was it 56% from the field? I mean, you can't really say anything else about Shea. I mean, he shot 53% from the field, 35% from the three. I mean, shooting over 50% from the field is crazy. I mean, he to me is the most unguardable guard in the league currently. I don't think you can stop. There's no one in the league one-on-one that can stop Shea, and he can easily win it. If they get 60 games, if they win 60 games, the 1 seed, and he's averaging that if he gets to over 30, I think they'll give it to him. I think it's gonna be out of him and Luka. And plus, he's averaging 2 steals a game, which is absolutely insane. To top that all off, he's averaging 2 steals. I mean, I feel like it should have been him or Luka that got it last year. And I'm gonna go with the same thing this year, man. I think both of their teams got better. And I ain't gonna lie, this is the Western Conference Finals matchup, I think it's gonna be the OKC and Dallas, give or take. Because I'm not gonna lie, we could really witness these two guards, and not even just them two, but overall in the league, like guard play at an all-time high. Because you still got guys like Steph, Brunson, Dame, Kyrie. I mean, all these other guys. You can keep going on and on, but those two are they're so efficient, and they're both clutch. Like they both control the game. Like I think it's going like Shea. Shea was so I almost went with Shea. It was so close, but I'm like Luca. If they like Luca deserves one more than Shea right now.
No, I mean, I figure, I don't know about the Western Conference Finals matchup, but
I think so, bro.
I just, I don't know. I really, I don't know. I
If
mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know about
man,
that.
okay, look, if you a basketball fan, you watched that OKC Dallas playoff series, Luca and Shea was like it was just like tit for tat almost. Like they both couldn't be stopped. Shea, I mean, I watch like Shea gets to his spot, whether it's the mid, like he can pull the three, he can go, he's gonna kill you with that midi. He's gonna get to that midi, and he can flush it. He's acrobatic at the rim, and Luca is just Luca. He's gonna control the game. He can get a bucket, throwing the ball behind his head. But I mean, I feel like it's gonna be either one of those guys, man.
All right. I mean, a couple questions for you. I mean, I think
Go
we
ahead.
both kind of have. I think this one's kind of simple, and this really only needs one word. Who do you think wins? Like, who do you think is going to be that number one seed in the East? Because we both said who we got in the West. Who do you think is going to be in the East?
Oh, that's tough. I'm gonna
Because
go Boston still.
yeah, same. I think
Yeah,
it's easy.
I'm gonna go Boston. I just think it's snowing in, especially after New York made the trade. I feel like I was really high on the Knicks. Like I probably would have been like, I'm questioning the Knicks too, but nah, man, I think Boston gets this. I don't think there's a team in the East that can really beat them in a 7 game. I don't trust Philly because I don't trust the health of Embiid, and I damn sure don't trust Paul George. The Knicks, I just don't think they have enough. I just don't think they have enough. The Bucks are probably the biggest threat. If there's one team I had to put, it's probably the Bucks. Healthy Giannis can go through anybody. So
All right. So if you could give me one team on both the East and the West that did not make the playoffs last year that you think will make the playoffs from each side, who you got?
I gotta see this. Hold on, give me.
Cause I can go first if you want.
Yeah.
I
You go
think
first.
with the West, I like the Grizzlies. I just
Okay, I thought you said
Ja coming. Man, I almost went with the Spurs. I was thinking Spurs, and I feel like the Kings is too easy of an answer. I think the Rockets are going to be really good as well. So like I almost went with them. I think Ja coming back and the way that they, especially adding Edie, I like that as well. And I just don't know about their depth. In my opinion, I think their depth is very questionable, and that's kind of what was making me iffy about it. But
Yeah.
I'm a roll with them. I said it. I like Ja. And also it's like they won 27 games last year. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna be a
Yeah.
lot better than that. And then with the East,
You
I don't
took
know.
my
The
pick,
East
man.
stinks, dude.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's bad.
Washington isn't going. Detroit's not going. Charlotte's not going. Toronto's not
I think I know
going.
who you're gonna pick.
Brooklyn's not going. I mean, I think the only really easy answer is maybe the Hawks. Maybe I don't know. I mean, I think it's gonna be the same 8 teams because I just don't
Yeah,
think any of them are really good. Besides,
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the Bulls. Um,
Hell nah.
the only team I can think of is the Hawks. I think Brooklyn, Washington, and Detroit are gonna be fighting for that number one seed, and Charlotte is not really great, and maybe Toronto, maybe, but nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think wait, who did Toronto bring in? Who did they draft? Oh yeah, they drafted Jacoby Walter. Um I don't for the East, I'm gonna keep it simple. I was gonna go with the Hawks. Looking at it, that's the only team. I think the only hope is Trey Young having a crazy year because he's the only thing in Atlanta right now. And I think I will say this. I want to point this out. Trey Young is getting criminally disrespected across the league. I'll be honest with you. You know what I do to get that man in the San Antonio Spurs jersey? If he go, bro, I don't care what anyone says like about defense this and defense that and fit. You put Trey Young on a team with Victor Wembanyama. Oh Lord. That's all I gotta say is oh Lord. I was hoping that we got Trey Young this offseason. They didn't want to do it, but I think it's gonna take a season like I think he's about to have for teams to be like, okay, this dude is a needle threader still in this league. I mean, I've never seen a guy average 25 to 30 a game with 10 assists consistently be disrespected as Trey Young is disrespected. I mean, the Hawks just aren't good. Like, that's just me. I just don't understand it. Like, I feel like talking about he has no trade value around the league. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna get my West team, and then I'll let you talk about Trey Young because I know you want to get into it. But for my West team, man, obviously I will go the Grizzlies. Like I think the Grizzlies will, but to be different, I mean, why not? I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna go my team, man. I think we have a legit shot. I think that the roster definitely got better. And my team's Spurs, by the way, so I'm going to Spurs. Um, I think we have a shot. Do I like the roster? I do. I think definitely it needs some work. Like the starting lineup, I think is going to be fine. CP, Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Sohan, and Wimby. I like the fact that we're starting with Wemby at the 5, but I think the main thing, honestly, one is gonna be Wemby taking that jump. Wemby's gonna have to average like 26 for us to make the playoffs. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, Devin Vassell is already out. I think they're saying he's gonna try to rush back, but he's already hurt. So we're already kind of behind one of our second best scorer on the team. But I mean, we have a shot, man. I feel like we can if we get into the plan. Hey, anything is possible. I trust Wemby in the do or die game. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go my team. But I just want to say Memphis is gonna make the playoffs unless Ja gets hurt. Memphis is gonna be a playoff team.
Yeah, the only thing about Memphis that I kind of worry about is again the depth. Um, I do like the Rockets though. Kind of like you would go.
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see them sneaking in, and this kind of leads into my next question. Not really so much for the East because we kind of answered our question of I don't think any of the. I think it's gonna be the same 8 teams. You know, maybe in different. Like they're definitely gonna be in different orders, but I think it's gonna be the same 8 teams that make it. Um, in the West, if you could say one team that made it last year, it will not make it this year, what team will it be?
Okay, before I give it, you want to talk about Trae Young?
Oh yeah, my fault. I mean, same thing you were saying. What I would do to see him in a Lakers uniform,
Bro.
Like I mean, dude, I think it would solve damn near majority of our problems besides maybe defense, obviously because he's not a great defender, but it's like,
Matter.
in my opinion, the biggest issue that we've ran into in the playoffs every year, we always go up against the Nuggets and we always don't have enough power to go against them, and D'Lo always. I love him in the regular season, but D'Lo always ends up choking. Reeves just, I like Reeves, but it's like,
He's peaked.
yeah, it's like he is what he is, and that's it. Like he's not gonna develop anymore to be like even a higher caliber player. He's a solid role player and is a solid okay starter, but like he is what he is, and like you really need to get that star of Trae Young in there. And yeah, we just always run into the Nuggets, and they always end up killing us. And it's like we just don't have enough scoring to go against it, you know. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. What I would do to see this man in a Lakers uniform, I thought we were gonna get him this offseason, but I was like, nah, we ain't gonna do nothing like that.
Bro, I thought it was gonna be Lakers or the Spurs. Like I'll be completely like because that was the two teams that kept ringing out, and I'm like, why aren't the Spurs like? And for them, I think Shams came out. It was Shams or no Wendy. I think Windhorst was like he has no trade value. I'm like, how the hell does nobody in the league want Trae Young, bro? Like I think it's absolutely ridiculous to me. Hey, but like I said, if we shit, bro, I'm like, is his trade value this low? I'm like, bro, I give up anything to get him. Why not?
Man,
Like,
give
how
up a
did
little
that
second
hurt?
round pick.
Yeah,
If he has
bro,
no
I give it up.
value,
But here's one thing I will say about Trae Young, and then I'll go on to answer your question. The Spurs have the Hawks picks. We have their pick for this season. So, like, I'm actually kind of rooting for them to be terrible because if they're terrible and they decide to trade Trae Young, first, because I think the pick is, I think the pick is unprotected. So we have their pick outright. So I'm like, well, shit. If y'all are bad, go ahead and win that lottery. Because if we get it, and plus, wait, this is year Cooper Flagg's coming out, right? Oh yeah.
yeah,
So
he
look,
gonna be in
if
Washington.
Atlanta's
Don't worry, he
bad,
gonna be in he gonna be in Washington. Don't worry about it.
all I know is, hey, don't let the Spurs get another top 2 pick. Don't let us get our hands on the Cooper Flag, man. That's all I'm gonna say. But to answer your question about the West, the team that made the playoffs that I don't think is gonna make it, that's tough. Because I think Memphis is gonna make it. I know everyone's gonna say the easy pick is the Clippers, but just me personally, I don't think it's a way in hell the Clippers don't make the playoffs. I think they'll be a playing team, but I think they'll get in. I just think Kawhi Leonard, and it's funny. It was so funny what he said. Did you see what Kawhi said?
No, what he said.
So they interviewed him and they were asking about the team, and he was just like, they asked him. They said, "Has anyone kind of stood out to you in camp?" And he was just like, yeah, I like the young guys we brought in. I like Chris Dunn, Kai Jones, and Derrick Jones Jr., but no one's really stood out to me. And I was like, damn, like, okay, Kawhi, you ain't got to be that honest, man. But I think he is gonna be hurt kind of going into the season. I think they said he's gonna be out for a little bit, but I think all in all, man, I think when him and Harden are in that lineup, I think they can win damn near any game with, obviously outside of beating the team like, Boston and maybe OKC. But I feel like they have a shot of I think they'll make the playoffs. That's just me. I think Kawhi and Harden with some of the guys they got still there, Norman Powell. I think they're gonna have still a really solid season. No championship though, but you know what I'm saying.
Didn't
I
they
think they're
just
gonna have a
extend
solid
Man
season.
too, Terrence Mann?
Yeah, Terrence, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't think losing PG isn't gonna be as bad as what people think. Like, that's just me. I mean, Derrick Jones was not a bad pickup. They got Batum back. I really like the KPJ pickup. Um, yeah, man, they got a lot of young guys. I mean, look, like I said, I just don't think losing PG is gonna be that big of a loss to what people think. I think once Kawhi comes back, I'm really interested to see what Harden's gonna do with the team. Kinda, it's regular season. I want to see what he can do with the team when he's gonna kind of be the main focus heading into this season. But yeah, I'm not gonna go the Clippers. Honestly, I don't want to go New Orleans because I think they're gonna actually.
It's
Didn't they
tough,
lose
dude.
somebody?
It's tough.
Oh no! They didn't lose nobody. Yeah, no. They got DeJounte. So,
Man, you can
because
say it. It's
Golden
okay.
State missed it. I don't want to. I don't think y'all, man. I think
You can say it. It's okay.
because okay, I'm looking at. Okay, wait. Did Sacramento make it?
They barely lost. They were the team that went up against the Pelicans in that
Yeah.
last
So
game to get into the
yeah.
playoffs.
So Sacramento they didn't even make the playoffs.
No. They missed it, and Golden State missed it.
Okay, the playoff. It was Phoenix. Yeah, it was Phoenix, New Orleans, Minnesota, OKC, Dallas, Lakers, and the Nuggets.
You can say it, man. I promise I won't get upset.
Well, if I had to pick who's gonna make it out of the Clippers and the Lakers, I would choose the Lakers, honestly. But I don't know, man. It might be the Clippers. It might be. I don't know, man. Like I'm not picking against Harden and Kawhi during the regular season. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't want to say y'all either, but like
I mean, if you got the Grizzlies making it, somebody gotta miss it. You know, somebody has to miss it.
everybody's gonna say the Clippers, but I just don't think so, man. The Lakers is gonna be tough. I don't know. I mean, right now, ooh. Who do you have, man? You got to give me who you got because
Man,
this is tough.
I can't lie. I was thinking about it. I got 3 teams that I'm kind of iffy about. One is the Clippers, which obvious reasons. I kind of worry about Kawhi's health and no PG. I mean, I'm not as much of a PG hater as you are.
Not a
But
hater.
I don't know. That's how you was telling me a couple days ago. You do not like that, man. Whatever. I think the teams that are for sure like locked, like they will make it unless if there's some sort of awful injury, is the Thunder, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Mavericks. I think those 4 teams are for sure making it. I do worry about LeBron and his age, and especially coming off the Olympics, and I worry about that, and I worry about it.
Braun.
Dude, I don't know. I worry about us getting off to a slow start. And I love Bron. Bron my goat. I love that man. But I don't know, dude. I worry about it. And we did not get better this offseason. Like, we didn't add anybody. We're the same. And we barely made the playoffs last year. You know? Like we I think we won 47 games. And the Kings and the Warriors both won 46. If we would have lost that if we would have lost one more game, we would have been the 9 and the 10 seed, and we would have had to win both of the games to even get into the playoffs. And it's like we did the same thing the year before where we barely snuck into the playoffs. And it's like eventually one of these years I just really think it's going to catch up to us. And I don't know if it's going to be this year because I don't want to say it will. But I don't know. And then I was also thinking the Suns, dude. I don't like the way that they ended the season. I wasn't the biggest fan of Beal going to the Suns anyway. And it's like I really think all they got is I do like the Tyus Jones signing. I thought he was pretty solid in Washington for when he played. He didn't play like damn near half the season last year, but when he did play, he was a solid player. I think he led the league in assists at some point in time as well. But
Yeah,
I don't know, dude.
looking at it,
It's tough. It's a tough
I
question.
mean, it's insanely tough. Like if I had to put all my cards in it, I think the Lakers will make it. I just don't see. I mean, I could see a scenario where they obviously don't make it, but if I had to pick my two teams, it would be either the Lakers or the Suns. Like I said before, I just think the Clippers are going to be fine. Like I think Ty Lue's a hell of a coach. I think they're just going to find a way to just like I'm gonna give of course a reason. I think Harden is going to be really good for them in the regular season. I think they got a really young team. They can run. They can shoot. Like they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be probably a top 5 team in the conference. Maybe 6 at the most. Like, but definitely they're gonna be up there for sure. For sure, the Lakers and the Suns will probably be it for me. The Suns are the 6th seed last year, but I'm not gonna lie to you, man. There's no bench, none whatsoever. Their
At all.
second unit is Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, Mason Plumlee, Monte Morris. And I think Damian Lee or Josh Okogie. I mean, the bench that's as bad as it can get in the NBA for your second unit. So if I had to pick one, I mean, the start lineup is fine. I think Tyus will bring some stability. But at the end of the day, 3 guys are going to need hella minutes. Bradley Beal has not been able to be healthy, even going back to his last year in Washington. Like, he has not been able to play these full seasons. Like, I guess people just aren't going to pay attention to that part of it. He's coming off his worst season in a while. Like I said, he was hurt. He's 31. I would have to pick Phoenix, man. Honestly, I just don't like the team. I don't like the fact that they fired. Wait, who's their coach? Vogel still, or did they fire Vogel?
I don't know. I thought they fired him, but let me look. Head coach.
Yeah. I see it. No, they
They
fired him
did.
and brought in Mike Budenholzer.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't like Bud. I mean, I think Bud's a decent coach, but for Kevin Durant, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go Phoenix as the odd team out because I think Memphis they're healthy. They're gonna be a playoff team for sure. For sure. I would go Phoenix. And
A team that I'm just looking at it right now. Do you like Zion played 70 games last year? You think he's gonna play another 70 this year? You know, and like I'm not trying to hate
he
on him.
can.
I'm not trying to hate on
I
him.
think he. No, yeah, no. I think he can. I think the Pelicans are going to be good. They were 50. They're a 49-win team last year. Basically won 50 games. They added DeJounte Murray, who I'm really high on. I think he's still one of the more complete guards in the league. I know people say he's not the same defender as he once was, but I mean, when you're on a team like the Hawks having to guard the best player every single night, you're not going to be the same defender you once were. And I think him going over there with some way better defensive player, one guy being Herb Jones, I think he's going to go back to being a better defender. And I like him. They have a true point guard. CJ was not a true point guard. I think DeJounte is going to bring that element to them. He can score. He's clutch. Like, I really like the Pelicans might be. I don't think they're going to have a crazy plus win games that they did once before. They won 49 games, which is a lot. Like, I don't think adding DeJounte is going to make them be like a 55-win team. You know what I'm saying? Or something, 60-win team. I don't think it's going to be that. But I think when it goes down into the playoffs, or as the season progresses, you're going to see them just be more fluid. But I mean, they're definitely going to win, I think, a few more games. I can see them going, maybe winning 52 and being kind of in that 3, 4, 5 range in the West. But yeah, I think Zion's going to play those games, man. That's just me. Like, I don't see really a reason why. He was healthy. He got hurt at the end of the year. Okay. But yeah, I think Zion's gonna play. I think he's gonna probably play around the same amount of games. He just got hurt last year because of, he was playing a lot of minutes. Like, I think he got the game he got hurt. I think he never got out that game. But I I think the Pelicans are gonna be really good. I think Zion's gonna play the games.
I hope the Pelicans are good. I like him. I like Zion. Has he ever played a playoff game before? He's been in the league for 4 years. They made the playoffs twice, and he didn't play a single game last year. If you want to consider that game against the Lakers, but he got hurt I think it was either the play-in game we played him or the game before that because we played him back to back, and then I don't think he played in 2022. And it's
Who did they
like,
play in 2022?
hmm,
Who did they play in
the
2022?
Suns. I don't think he played, and if he did, it wasn't like I couldn't find that.
I can see 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if I have to go with
They were the
somebody,
8th seed.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think Zion.
it's like
Yeah, I don't
he
think
hasn't played a
Zion
playoff
played.
game, and the team is still very good. I don't know, dude. I don't want to go with the Lakers. I just don't really have any faith in. I don't know. I don't really have any faith in anybody besides LeBron, AD, and maybe Reeves. It's like I don't know. I don't know, dude. I like D'Lo. Like on some nights he can get so hot and he can go crazy from three. And then Rui's solid. He's an okay player. I like Jackson Hayes a little bit. He's solid, but
He's not on your team no more.
he isn't.
Jackson, I think he's gone.
I thought he was on our team still.
I can check it. I got it up right here.
Bet.
Yeah, he's gone.
Damn.
Yeah, so right now y'all are yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm really
No.
interested
He's
with
still on the
Redick.
team. Yeah, he is. He's on the depth chart. He's listed as the third center.
Yeah, yeah, I did not see that, but yeah, I mean he's not really gonna play too much. But I'm just really interested to see what Redick is gonna do. Very interested to see what JJ is gonna do. I mean, because it's kind of the same team, but we'll see how he schemes it up. But I'm really, I don't know. The Lakers, I want to see more. I like because I know that they want to play Christie, but they want to play Shafino, but I want to see with Dalton Connect and I don't know, man. We'll see. The Lakers it's just kind of a C thing. Like we just gotta wait and see because they have the potential to be the 1 seed, and then they play like a bottom West team. No, I'm not. I'm not saying they're gonna be the 1 seed. I'm saying like that's the expectation for them. That's like if everything goes well for the Lakers, they could be a top 2, top 3 seed in the West. But none just every year it just
Yeah. I do think
over
Vando
the
being
last years
out
it just
is big.
yeah. Wait, how long is he out?
I don't know. He was out damn near the whole season last year, and they still saying he's hurt.
Yeah, man. I don't know. But yeah. You got any more questions?
Nah, not really. You got any questions for me?
Nah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I only got none.
But yeah, you said what?
I said nah. I really don't got none.
All right, bet. Well, that'll do it for this episode, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Until the next one, peace out.